Hey everyone, welcome to week 2 of Channing's Power Poll. We're up in the production levels here a little bit. I got some great feedback on the video format, so introduced a little theme song there. We are missing our camera woman today, so apologies if it's a little bit static, but hoping it can still be a good time. We got our great power poll here. It's been sitting up here every day. It's amazing. I have a girlfriend that likes this decor. So thank you, Samantha. Oh, and I also want to say a quick thank you to Simon. I've gotten a lot of use out of this. Great notebook. A lot more than other gifts that you've given me on Christmas. So appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. Let's jump right in. We're going to start at number 10 here. And I think we kind of all know where we've settled with number 10. We got Samantha Tice. She had a really tough go the first week, and she's still sitting in last. So Natalie and Amber, still way down here. You can't even see them. They're so low. But yeah, they're still down there. I can promise you that. Natalie does have the best chance of getting back into the game. I think she's going to accumulate so many advantages on the Island of the Idols. But at this point, I feel like Amber is a non-factor. I really think she's just playing for Rob, so I don't see her doing anything else. Samantha, sitting at number 10. Next, we have myself. Tough week. Lost Danny. You know, the game really just skated circles around her. She is an old school gal. I recently watched Guatemala. I thought she, had the social skills to move forward in the game, but really just faded out. The paranoia got to her, and she's gone. So she'll be on the Extinction Island. Did I call it Island of Idols? Who knows? She'll be on Extinction, and she'll be doing her thing, but she's basically a non-factor. I think she's gone come the challenge. I also have Tyson on my team. Tyson continues to grab screen time. He's had a couple emotional confessionals. I'm really hoping this just is planting the seed for him to go further into the game, at least to the family visit. So sitting in 9, we have myself. All right, now time for some movement. Coming in 7th, we have the one and only Vanessa. So we have some movement here. I'm going to pull down Danny and Tyson into the number 9-ish area. And unfortunately, we're going to have to drop Vanessa's team. Sarah, still scum of the earth. Ben, he had a decent episode for the first half, but by the end, he was a bumbling fool. These guys are going to drop down into the 7th place. That means we got some movement on the board here. So coming in 6th, we have the one and only Jenny. So Jenny was in number 9. She had what we have here. She had Mr. Adam. Now Mr. Adam found an idol. He got the idol from Denise. Had a little bit of a conversation with her, deflected it from going to Parvati. So good job for Adam. Kim also found a half idol. Very impressed with Kim. This episode, a little bit of a bounce back. She did look like a little bit of a fool giving it to Sophie, but I don't think she had many other options. It is a half idol. She's going to have to get someone to play it with her. Therefore, she had to go for someone outside of her alliance, or else, maybe that person wouldn't give her the other half idol, the person in their alliance. So I liked the move, and we are moving Adam and Kim into 7th. There's a lot going on here, okay? I gotta coordinate talking and the poll. It's a little bit overwhelming, but I think I'm gonna get it through. I'm doing this one take. There's no fucking way I'm doing this again. All right. So next up, a little bit of a drop in the standings here, and that is for Mr. Dan Mack. So Dan Mack is going to drop from his cozy spot in 5th place, just down to 6th. So Dan Mack has Wendell. I think Wendell is playing an incredible game thus far. Not really doing much, which is amazing. But Michelle, another kind of blah episode for her. Not really doing much. I think she's still making it to the final 3, but she's not doing anything, so she's not going to get any votes. The only reason Damac's team's going down is because there's been some other very good performances from other teams. So Damac here coming in 6th. All right, next we're moving on to Mr. Simon Fraser. A beautiful episode for Sophie this week. Sophie, again, sitting in that top alliance with Yule, got Kim to give her the half idol, built that relationship, very nice. And Denise found the idol with Ben. Great episode for her. She was able to hide that idol from Boston Rob. That was, Simon, what were your anxiety levels? That was an intense tribal when Boston Rob told everyone to empty their bags. A little bit of sleight of hand there by Denise. Very, very excellent by her. Why do I sound like Donald Trump when I'm doing this? It was excellent, very excellent. Anyways, all right, moving on. We're in the final 4 now, and there is a lot of movement in the top 4. Starting with number 4. Oh, there's no movement for number 4. Number 4 is still Jake Eamon. So Jake has Tony and Nick. Tony was an absolute treasure this episode. I love Tony. I told myself going into the Channing Totem vote that I needed to beat Simon because he always says, "Oh, I always win returnee seasons." So I picked with my head, not my heart. My heart was telling me Tony. My head was telling me Tyson. But Mr. Jake Eamon stole Tony in the number 2 spot. So he had a very fantastic episode. Building relationships with Sarah. Just being a cool, fun guy. Not threatening. Loved the way he was playing. Keep it up, Tony. And Nick just kind of faded into the background. So good job for him. All right, we're at the top 3 now. The top 3 includes Dan Eamon. It includes Jake Croza. And it includes Sam Pontes. So we're going to pull down all 3 here because there is some movement, folks. Coming in 3rd this week, we have Dan Eamon. Dan Eamon dropping from number 2 to number 3, and I will tell you why. So, Rob and Parv, they're in a minority alliance. I know the show is making it look like they're predicting the vote, driving the vote, but they had to eat one of their own this week. They're not in the majority. If they go back to tribal next week, I think Boston Rob's gone. So they need to win the immunity challenge next week. It's going to be a crazy one. They need to win it. That drops them down here to number 3. Okay, folks, we've made it to the end of week 2. It's time to reveal the number 1 spot this week. And I want to commend this man. He's been doing a lot of yoga recently. It's really cleared his head of all the gunk. And we have Jake Croza sitting in number 1 with a power team of Jeremy and Yule. Just an ethnically diverse, modern team. Very fitting of the man behind it. Just a great guy. And I really respect the picks. And amazingly, he wasn't even here for the draft. Is this guy like living in the ether? What's he drinking? I want some of it. Yule, again, sitting in the top spot. He got the breadfruit. Breadfruit sounds delicious. Jeremy Collins, I know you are going to say he lost Natalie. He shouldn't be in the top spot. Jeremy is going to get so many advantages and idols from Natalie. And on top of that, he knows what's going on the edge of extinction and how to get advantages. So, bam, number 1. And that means coming in number 2, only dropping 1 spot, we have Sam Pontes, Ethan, Sandra. Sandra has an idol, and Ethan is sitting in a nice cozy spot behind Boston Rob and Parvati. So they're really set up nicely just to sit in the background. Really loving their spot. So that's why Sam is number 2. All right, y'all. I screwed up the top there, but we're all good. Thanks again for another week of the Power Poll. Quick update for those in the prop bets. There was no changes this week. You can always log on to the Google Doc to check out the scores. No one's changed there. Myself and Jake Eamon still in number 1 spot, tied. Have a great day. I want you to smash that like button if you liked it. If you really liked it, smash that subscribe button. And we're gonna keep playing around with formats here. I think this was okay. I want my videographer back. You know, I may mix in some lights next time, but any feedback would be appreciated. Comments below. Love y'all. I'm out. Cheers.